Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher this week is Michael Beckwith, and today's meditation is about presence, being present. The meditation is called the same as Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now. Finding our power in the present moment. Let's get into today's message. It starts with a little bit of brain science. Our subconscious creates patterns from past experience in order to ensure future survival. I'll read that one again. Take a moment, sit with it for a moment, and see if these dots connect for you. Our subconscious creates patterns from our past experiences, and these patterns are used to ensure our future survival. And that is basically, in its simplest terms, the algorithm of our brain and nervous system. Experiences create patterns. Patterns can go on autopilot for our survival in the future. Danae, a very good morning. Somebody, good morning. Maggie, a very good morning. It's awesome seeing you all. Hello. Hey, Linda, good morning. Welcome to this beautiful Thursday morning. This feature of our brain, this creating patterns from the past in order to ensure future survival, this feature of our brain is essential for our survival, and it makes us functional human beings. It's your brain's ability to create patterns that enable you to, for instance, drive a car when hands and feet all do different things. It's the kind of thing that enables you to even walk and also hold a conversation at the same time. Our patterns put things on autopilot for our survival. This is a very effective system for survival, but it's also why it can be a struggle to stay present. The nature of patterns is that they were created in the past. So in essence, every time your brain needs to deal with something in the present, it has to visit the past in order to find the appropriate pattern, potentially reenacting the past over and over and over again. What sets our human brains apart from the other mammals, however, is that we can interrupt the pattern. We do have the ability to bring our attention to this moment, this action we are taking, these words that we are speaking right now, or these thoughts that we are having, in order to recognize which old patterns on autopilot serve us and which ones we might want to change. A few thoughts from Michael Beckwith that adds to this. He says, "You are at a choice point in every moment of each circumstance. Each activity, spoken word, and thought is a point of choice." It's very easy to slip into autopilot through our current activity, words, or thoughts. But this is what sets our brains apart from the mammals, is that, as Michael Beckwith suggests, there's a choice point in every moment. There's the opportunity to bring ourselves to the point of presence from moment to moment, to choose this old pattern. Do I want this to be on autopilot, or is there something that I want to change here? Charlene, good morning. It's great seeing you. Hello. The next thought from Michael Beckwith is, each time we bring to routine activities an awareness of now, we raise our vibratory frequency and cause the freshness of the moment to fall upon us. It's just saying the same thing again, that we can bring to everything we're doing. We can bring the understanding of presence. That even though I have a pattern that's ready to put this on autopilot, I can also remind myself that this moment is not the same as the thousands of moments in the past that created the pattern. This is a new moment, and I can choose to respond differently. Michael Beckwith says, Stand fully in the now moment with gratitude, enthusiasm, openness, and readiness to respond to life as it greets you. Choose where to place your attention, because energy flows where attention goes. Our minds are wired to seek familiarity and predictability. This is why we often find ourselves falling back on old habits, old thought patterns, even when they no longer serve us. However, we have the power to break free from these chains and embrace the present moment, from moment to moment. In every moment, you have a choice of where to place your attention. Will you always let your old program make your decisions for you? Or will you become present and be deliberate about where you direct your energy? This is the power of now. If you're ready, you can close your eyes and we'll float away on today's journey together, starting with the first few big breaths. Here we go. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. With every slow inhale, become aware of every cell in your body rising, every cell expanding. With every exhale, become aware of every cell in your body falling, every cell in your body contracting. While you continue your full body breathing, notice how breath teaches us what it means to be present. Whenever you bring your attention to your breath, you have to be present. Because you can't take a breath tomorrow. You can't take a breath yesterday. If I ask you to take a breath, you can only do that right now. So whenever your attention shifts to your breath, then you have to be here where your feet are at. Take a moment to feel how your breath is your anchor to the present moment. With every exhale, really soften. Let the baggage that you have been carrying around fall around your feet. As you soften, feel it slip off your shoulders like a garment, something you can step out of and look at it lying there. The baggage you have picked up and been carrying around for the last while has been preventing you from being fully present. Is there something that you need to fully let go of? Or is there anything that you need to pay attention to and deal with so that you can move on? With every exhale, less past regret and fear, more present. With every exhale, less future anxiety, more now. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. Lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or in the very least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. So as you breathe in, really feel the air flow in through your nostrils and follow. Feel how the air touches the back of your throat and keep following. Feel the air as it flows in through your lungs and keep following still. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, what is your relationship with being present? Is it something that's hard to do? Take your next big breath. The picture that we are often given examples of when it comes to being present often looks like these pictures: meditating on a mountaintop, being present, floating in a beautiful lake, being present, or sitting in a tranquil forest. Take a moment to entertain any one of these pictures or anything else that comes to your mind. The mountaintop, the forest, the lake. What picture comes to your mind? Take your next big breath. Pictures such as those are often part of why we struggle to stay present. While taking a moment of reprieve for the mind every day is important and is exactly what meditation is for. But one of our biggest obstacles to being present is this wish to escape, the wish to be somewhere else, the wish to not be dealing with what we're facing right now. So while each of those create a beautiful picture that we can tap into when we close our eyes and take a few big breaths, we need to be cautious to not let the wish to be somewhere else prevent us from being present right here, right now. When is it that you try to escape? When is it that you have a desperate wish to be somewhere else? Take your next big breath. If you did happen to find yourself on a mountaintop, or in a lake, or in a garden, then surrendering to that moment would indeed be presence. If not, it could be called escape, and escape is the opposite of being present. We can, of course, use these images as a tool to bring the energy of calm and peace into the cells of our body. But the real goal is to bring that calm into our present moment. Because true presence is our willingness to deal with whatever life has brought to our doorstep, right here and right now. Take your next big breath. How much of our anxiety comes from wishing the moment was different than it is? How much of our anxiety is created by our resistance to what the moment is? How much of the anxiety would melt away if we opened our arms to exactly what this moment is, without wishing we were somewhere else? If we had acceptance for whatever this is that we need to deal with, how much lower could our anxiety be? Take your next big breath. Being present is about letting go of the need to escape. We'll use some really simple examples. Examples that might create in us the need, the wish, the desperation to escape. Take a moment with these examples and use the exercise to try and reframe in your mind. How could you possibly become available to the present moment if you were experiencing these 3 examples? The first one, perhaps you have experience of this example, and perhaps you don't. I certainly haven't had to deal with this specific example for a very long time, but it is a very good example. A baby crying, especially if this is not just the first cry for the day. This has been going on every night for a week. Your nerves are fraying, you've not had enough sleep. And again, there is a baby crying. A high-pitched sound that cuts into your brain. How much of our experience in this example, how much of the anxiety comes from wishing that this was not what I needed to deal with? Wishing that I could be somewhere else, that this situation could be different. This can be a bit of an extreme example, but honestly, the only way to make it better is by having complete acceptance for what we need to deal with, not wishing to be somewhere else, but being present with and for this baby crying. What conversation would you have with yourself if this was the example you needed to deal with? Could you soften into being present? Take your next big breath. Let's use another really simple example. And this one's perhaps more relatable to all of us. Is having that difficult conversation. Could be with a partner, could be with a family member, could be with a colleague, a friend. Having tough conversations. You might even have a recent example. How much of our anxiety when we know that this tough conversation is coming, how much of our anxiety is about wishing that we could avoid this conversation? Trying really hard to not be present for this conversation. How would you reframe this for yourself? Becoming available to have the conversation. Not wishing for this to be different, not wishing to be somewhere else, but softening into the moment that creates space for this conversation to happen. Take your next big breath. Then we'll use one more very simple example. This one comes from Thich Nhat Hanh. When he says, wash the dishes to wash the dishes. A very easy practice, a very easy exercise in the practice of being present. If something as simple as washing the dishes is before me right now, can I wash every object with care? Or am I on autopilot just trying to get this out of the way because the next thing needs to happen? As an analogy, can I become better at washing the dishes for washing the dishes? Washing the dishes in order to be present with my hands in the water. And I'll shift my attention to the next thing when its time comes. But for now, the time is washing the dishes. Take your next big breath. We'll take just one more big breath together to slip out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you one more time Michael Beckwith's thoughts about being present. He says, "You are at a choice point in every moment." He says every moment has the potential to bring us to a choice of being on autopilot from a past program or being present for this moment. He says each circumstance, each activity, each spoken word, and each thought is a point of choice. Each time we bring to routine activities the awareness of now, then we raise our vibratory frequency and cause the freshness of the moment to fall upon us. Michael Beckwith says, stand fully in the now moment with gratitude, with enthusiasm, with openness, and with a readiness to respond to life as it greets you. Not by hoping, wishing, trying to be somewhere else. Choose where to place your attention, because energy flows where attention goes. We do, of course, have this amazing brain that creates patterns from past experience in order to ensure future survival. We can appreciate and actually be in awe at how our brain creates these patterns on autopilot. We don't have to think about them, it just happens. But our freedom really comes from taking a step back from those patterns and choosing which ones on autopilot serve me and which ones don't. For which of those old patterns is it time for something new? A new choice, a new response, building a new pattern. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this moment to practice being present. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for an amazing brain that automatically creates the kind of patterns that make it possible to drive a car. There are so many little patterns we're not even aware of, and we do need them in order to be a functional human being. Even walking and talking simultaneously requires a number of patterns. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning, however, to be present enough to take a step back and recognize the pattern. Recognize how my body, my brain, is already ready to act in a certain way, ready to repeat the past. Thank you for recognizing the pattern as it happens. Take a deep breath in. And thank you for learning that I have choice. I can allow an old pattern to continue because it serves me. But I can also choose to bring an old pattern to a gentle end. Because recreating the past in that particular way is not something that serves me. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being present with us for a moment. Nella, a very good morning. It's always good to see you pop in. Hello. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Danae. Thank you to all the beautiful humans in the background that we perhaps don't get to see. Lots of love to you all. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.